Close matches, high scores, and a few shriveled up limp wiener performances. All that and more this week on Real Talk. Welcome to the Real League's very own sports wrap-up show, Real Talk. I'm your host, Yurt Lapkum. Team Draft Punk scored a triple-double this week, meaning that he had 3 players score double their projected stats. This helped secure a win for Coach Trey McFall and helped him topple the first-place team, Nasty Nate. It appears Team Draft Punk has started a trend. First, he knocked the Titty Duckers out of first place back in Week 2, then Coach Stephen Flores in Week 5, and now Nasty Nate in Week 6. This noble warrior will not stand for any other tyrant to claim the spot that is rightfully his. My prediction is that he will take the league championship from the oppressive hands of the former champion and give it back to the people. Or more likely, keep it for himself and then put his penis in that little hole that's on the bottom of it. I don't know. Team Draft Punk beats Nasty Nate 118-68. Coach Trey McFall may have had a triple-double this week, but Coach Max Shipley had a double-triple. His tight end and defense both scored at least 3 times their projected amount. I want to tell you that this is what secured his victory, but in reality, he didn't even need to be the highest scoring team this week because Team Is That JJ What You Say scored a horrendous 48 points. 3 of his players scored 0 points. I mean, it's just crazy how awful they performed. Muted Mayonnaise beats Is That JJ What You Say 138-48 in this week's biggest blowout. This week also saw the illustrious sibling rivalry matchup of Coach Stephen Flores against his younger brother, Coach Marco Flores. If ever there was a complete ass-whooping in fantasy, this was it, folks. Stephen nearly doubled Marco's score and proved his place as the Big Dick Daddy top of the Flores twins. Despite Christian Ponder being out this week, Stephen was still able to do things to Marco's butt that are only legal in some parts of West Virginia. Ashley Schaefer BMW has another underperforming week and loses to Charles Manson Marauders 67-36. Another big game this week was the matchup between Vinegar Strokes and Q's Cornball Bros. As you all know, Coach Daniel Kelly has been drowning in a pool of fantasy dog shit for the past 5 weeks. But he's finally caught a lifeline from Coach Pearson Cunningham. With a 30-point performance from Cam Newton, the Vinegar Strokes were able to climb over the Cornball Bros and finally get a breath of fresh air this season. Vinegar Strokes beats Q's Cornball Bros 90-52. Coach Field Snyder earned himself the On a Roll Yahoo Fantasy Medal this week. He defeated the Movington Steamers and collected his 5th win in a row. Despite Jimmy Graham scoring 0 points and Alex Smith scoring 3, 2-for-1 Plums got another W. Those plums are looking like they are nice and ripe for the plucking. 2-for-1 Plums beats the Movington Steamers 77-69. Despite a slow start on Thursday where Eli Manning scored only 4 points, Coach Alex Edelman was still able to cling to his top 4 team status. The LA Golds looked like they were set to win this matchup, but once again let the rest of the league down and didn't win in a very crucial matchup. You know Coach Hank Patterson hates that Ken Moreno scored 3 rushing touchdowns against him, especially since his keeper, Adrian Peterson, scored 0 points. Alex's team really superglued Hank's penis to the side of his leg in this matchup. The Titty Duckers beat the LA Golds 79-64. Coach Tanner Jones ended his winning streak this week with a heavy loss to Team Kim Jong-Rio. Leonard Hankerson, Golden Tate, and Trish Richardson all just sucked it up with 2 points. Coach Don Devine treated Tanner like he treats his women in this week's matchup. He underperformed expectations but still got what he wanted. Then cried violently for several minutes. Kim Jong-Ril defeats Monsters Inc. 79-65. Draft Punk is back in first place, and Ashley Schaefer BMW has experienced a horrible fall from grace. Tune in again next week for more up-to-the-minute Real League updates. And as always, until then, keep it real.